are back. In your top hand corner, you have Mr. Captain Twig from SK Gaming on the mighty poolside. And in your bottom hand corner, you have Maniakk from Team BloodyTech on poolside as well. Maniakk starting Vampiric Shroud and Uncommon Sash. And Captain Twig starting Vampiric Shroud and Tiny Trinket with some potions. Exactly the same as last time.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so if the outcome is different this time, then it's I mean, we already know it's purely a skill-based matchup, with a mirror comp or mirror gods. But for Twig to do the exact same start with the exact same god, and it's just going to come down to choices made again.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to go Aegis more... hold on. Do you think he's going to go more power like Maniakk did?
I think one of the things that led to his downfall was that when he was behind, he started to build defensively, and I mean, that's fine and all, but I feel like in the 1v1 joust, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because I don't personally do much 1v1 joust, but I do enjoy casting the joust scene quite a bit. I would feel like it would be better to go a bit more aggro, but Twig did a good job, because there was that time where after he started his pestilence, after he started it, where he got into that boxing match with Maniakk in the last round, and they almost killed each other despite the fact that he was 2 levels down and was building defensively. So
definitely,
I will use this second round to see what's really up, kind of as a gauge, because if things happen along similar paths, then you can kind of collect that information and do with it what you will.
Yeah, Captain Twig right there took speed, by the way, so he is going to be ahead of Maniakk this game. So he is altering his strategy just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Maniakk was trying to go for a more aggressive start there and hopefully catch out Twig. However, he waited too long or just didn't really know where Twig was and went the wrong way. And when he found him, it was far too late.
Yeah, so he is about a wave down, which isn't insane right now, but, you never know. Could mean something. He's taking quite a bit of poke there, but so is Captain Twig. Mm-hmm. Those creeps
do so is Twig.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, those archers... Those archers early are no joke. However, Twig is getting more aggressive. We have Maniakk hit a 1, and then Twig hit a 1, and then there's double whirlpools creating double swirlies on the map.
Oh!
They're so low. Maniakk actually taking out Captain Twig for first blood again while tanking archers. Are you serious?
What?
Wow.
I'm done.
I would be so mad if I was Captain Twig, to be honest. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. I would be furious because you have your archers doing work. If I was the mighty Lord Poseidon, I would sacrifice those minions to the murky depths because they let me down really hard.
Yeah,
they let me down so hard. Wow. So again, first blood to Maniakk, and Captain Twig is again on his back foot, and we're gonna see now how he responds to this now.
Definitely. He's actually going ahead and getting boots instead of Warlock Sash. So it looks like he's going for more of an aggressive start, whereas Maniakk keeping it the same, going Golden Sash right away. After Vampiric Shroud.
I think if Captain Twig can finish his boots before Maniakk starts his, then he's going to be able to dance circles around Maniakk, despite the fact that Maniakk is going to be hitting a little bit harder.
That's a good idea. There's the Kraken.
Aegis
there's the Captain Twig.
Oh, nice Aegis from Twig. He catches a 1, but he's going to make it out alive. He's fine. And we see Aegis and Sprint are available to him.
Yep. Now, I don't know. This is just personally me. I always think if you get an Aegis early on like that, yeah, maybe your life was saved, maybe it wasn't. However, that Aegis is down for, I think, 180 seconds. You can crack in, what, twice within that time? That's up. Give or take once?
Yeah, twice. Yeah, it's twice. It's twice. Yeah. It's exactly twice, because Kraken's on a 90-second cooldown, if I remember correctly. Yes. And 2 times 90, 180.
Yep. The math powers are strong today. Maniakk in the back, probably going to finish his Warlock Sash right there. He's going to start building those stacks. This is dangerous for Captain Twig, though. Just for the fact that he hasn't even finished his boots yet. Regular boots are only 300 gold. Oh. And he's going to start building stacks, which means Maniakk's just going to be that much tougher to kill. And he's got Sprint, too. So he's going to be harder to catch. So
yeah, I think
there goes the dancing around circles idea.
Yeah, so much for that idea. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. Maniakk has already started his snowball. We see CaptainTwig over here taking the Maniakk camp real quick as Maniakk clears wave and is now creeping around towards Twig. Twig, however, is going to back. But Maniakk has already started his snowball, and that sprint 2, while on a 60-second cooldown, is going to make it so that in clutch situations, he's going to be able to either keep up with or escape from Poseidon, the enemy Poseidon, I should say. So we really need to see how it pays out, but potentially not a bad idea.
Yeah, CaptainTwig coming here for the buff.
Yeah, we're seeing an engage pop out. Here's the Kraken from Twig. It takes the buff camp for himself, though.
That's
instead
what
of hitting
about.
Maniakk at all. Yeah, okay. We'll see, but now Maniakk has the advantage. Maniakk has his Kraken up, or Kraken. And there's the Whirlpool, and Maniakk, okay, no, so Twig has more health, and he's got a level on Maniakk. Very interesting considering Maniakk got first blood, but that buff, the XP from the buff probably nudged him over that level 9.
Yeah, so Maniakk is ahead in gold, but he's down 172 XP.
Okay.
So very, very close, which, you know, we've seen this happen too. I don't know if it was with CaptainTwig before, but we saw it in a 1v1 tourney a while ago. Someone was playing on their back heels the entire time, but was still ahead. Like they were like down like 4-0, but they were still higher in levels. Was that CaptainTwig?
I don't remember who that was, but I definitely remember that. I remember sitting here the whole time being like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Like, please teach me how to farm, senpai, because I definitely need the lessons if you're going to be down 4 kills and still be ahead. Like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. We do have Maniakk here, though, taking the speed buff, which is pretty big deal, but CaptainTwig is still a level ahead.
Yeah, CaptainTwig just... He's learned his lessons from last game, and he's worked on his farm game, especially with the buff camps around the map. If you look, not a single buff camp is up, and now Maniakk is pressing him into his tower, but Twig is doing a fantastic job of clearing wave. I don't think he lost a single minion to the tower.
Oh, there's the Kraken.
Yeah, there's the Kraken, there's another Kraken, and Twig is so low, he's running through the whirlpool, pops his sprint to try and get away, but he eats a 1 for his troubles, and Maniakk takes a second kill.
Yeah, Maniakk there dodged CaptainTwig's one ability, which I think is what won him that. He was able to avoid it and not get chunked down that low, which made CaptainTwig be like, oh man, that's really dangerous for me, because he's like, he's not almost dead like I am.
And I think I saw CaptainTwig take quite a bit of damage from the whirlpool more so than anything else, especially towards the end of his life. He was hanging around the whirlpool and couldn't really get out of it, it seemed, so unfortunate stuff there.
CaptainTwig going pure pen, though. Look at this. He's got Shoes of the Magi and Enchanted Spear, which is going to turn into Spear of the Magus, which is, you know, with whirlpool is really great.
Yeah, that's just going to rip apart Maniakk.
Yeah, I mean... Maniakk, and they're still the same level. Level 11, level 11. However, Maniakk now has also finished Shoes of the Magi and is starting Polynomicon. And I think Polynomicon might be a better buy than Spear of the Magus, especially since Maniakk doesn't have any protection. You know, he's just going full mage. Yeah,
Maniakk is, he actually has surpassed Twig in levels, and Twig is actually going to back. I thought it might be a potential back bait, but Maniakk was definitely waiting for it no matter what it is.
Yeah.
What it was, I should say.
I don't know. He's going for... He got his Enchanted Trinket now, so second tier Polynomicon, and CaptainTwig has finished Spear of the Magus. So going to be basically doing near true damage to Maniakk, which is always good.
And that's really scary, you know, if... I'm going to look at Spear of the Magus real quick. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities. Oh, wait, hang on. We got a fight popping off here. Twig and Maniakk poking at each other around the damage camp. Maniakk challenging Twig for majesty of it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. CaptainTwig still only has Aegis Amulet rank 1, too.
Oh, wow. There's the Whirlpool, and there's the Kraken, and Maniakk is on the outer edge and does not take that much damage. Maniakk is now on the offensive with the enemy Kraken down. There's the Whirlpool, and there's his Kraken, blocked by the Aegis, though. CaptainTwig was right in the center of it. It probably would have killed him if he took the full damage, but they're both going to retreat.
Yeah. Do you know why Maniakk was able to get out of that Kraken? Sprint. He hit Sprint at the perfect moment to avoid the Whirlpool slow and ran out of the Kraken's reach.
Wow.
So, and I think that's why he's not taking Aegis, because he says, well, I can just do the same thing with Sprint, and it's on a half the cooldown.
Yeah,
Same.
and one of those things.
No,
yeah.
go on. No, go on.
One of the things about the Kraken is like, you know, it's got those 3, or I can't remember exactly how many, but it's got those concentric rings, I think the word is, where the closer you are to the center, the more damage it does, and when you're on that outermost edge, it hurts, mind you, but it won't kill you unless you're already low.
Yeah.
And yeah, Maniakk definitely knew that. Excellent use of the sprint, like you said, Ghibli.
Yeah, and he's actually able to take red there. There's the sprint again coming up. Ooh, Whirlpool's
and
coming
he's gonna.
out.
It's going to help him with those auto attacks. You see him hunting down Twig, and he lands the 1 for a kill. There's the 3 killing spree for Maniakk.
Yeah, this is looking in the favor of Maniakk. Once again, this is, you know, #1 player in the world right now for 1v1 Joust, Maniakk, versus #2 player. And I think Maniakk knows this, you know, and he's like, oh man, I want to assert my dominance. I want to show my EP and show the world that I'm just not winning games and that these leaderboards are easy to climb up, but I'm actually the best jouster in the world right now.
Well, the entire joust scene, excuse me, as I trip over my words, is all about. It's kind of an EP contest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's 1v1 joust, 1v1 me, bro. Like, oh, you got smacked down in 1v1. I guess you're bad. Well, that's not the point of this tournament at all. But what I'm ultimately trying to pull from that rather crass statement is that this is a battle of wills, a battle of skill, and right now Maniakk is winning, and he is able to flex more effectively.
Just yeah, that's the right word for it. So flex more effectively. Still only Aegis rank 1 coming out from CaptainTwig, so it's 180-second cooldown. Gonna be a lot of trouble for him. Next engagement, he's not gonna have Aegis up. You know, he's gonna have to require using that sprint at the correct moment to be able to get rid of that Kraken. He is, though, going his defensive route, Silver Talisman.
Yeah, he's got that silver talisman again, and you know he's probably gonna build into Pestilence again. I would love to find out from you, CaptainTwig, why it is exactly you're building Pestilence. But again, my money is more so on the fact that it's cheaper. Is a relatively cheap option of magical protection that gives you health. The aura from Pestilence, not necessarily the best thing for you here, but it's not bad. And we're seeing aggression in the mid lane, and Maniakk is poking at Twig under his tower, taking a bit of damage both from Twig and the minions for it. But Maniakk doesn't seem to care. There's a whirlpool down from Twig, and Maniakk has to dance around it, but it looks like he's going to slide out fine.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a bait here. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, there's the Kraken coming out. Oh,
wow,
Aegis.
I missed that actually. There's the Aegis to block it. Twig in a good spot. And Maniakk is so low, he needs to juke and jump for his life. Maniakk going back in because he's brave, Ghibli, because he's brave. Maniakk trying to catch Twig out here, trying to bait him in so he can get a kill. And he's gonna back?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Oh, no, he wanted to back bait. That's what that was. That's why I said it like that. I was like, there's no way. He's gonna back bait it. And he kind of was, but then he also realized, hey, I've got this wave pushing in, and hey, I'm the #1 bravest player in the world. Get at me. I'm just going to clear the wave. And so he does,
and
takes
then
his blue buff, and now he's going to back. And Warden Clive, this is a best of 3.
Yeah, best of 3, so this is match 2. Match 2. Maniakk has won the first round. So if he wins this round, he will be taking the tournament home. Victory.
Let's take a look at everything going on here. Maniakk has finished his Rod of Tahuti, Rod of Djibouti. Going to be hitting so much harder. Twig getting a little bit aggressive, throwing the whirlpool down, not really worrying about the minions so much as Maniakk, but Maniakk slides out of it real easily. Okay, Maniakk is 2 levels above CaptainTwig. I'm surprised I'm just now catching this. I should have been paying more attention. But Maniakk is over here taking the red camp for himself. Twig has something to say about it with a whirlpool. He wiggles his little noodle, and he's going to try and land some autos. There's the Kraken against the wall. Maniakk takes it and bounces back, but now Maniakk is on the offensive, and Twig catches a Kraken for his troubles and goes down.
Yeah,
wow.
His Aegis was not up, and his sprint was down to try and catch Maniakk. So he had no way of escaping that Kraken.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff there for CaptainTwig. He's on the back foot yet again. The tower falls for Maniakk, the first tower of the game, and now he's pressing into Phoenix.
Definitely. He is now 4 levels ahead. What can CaptainTwig do to come back from this? His Phoenix
Oh,
is down as
man.
well. Do you think he can? Like Maniack's
it's so
pushing here
hard.
for the win. Like he wants to go to bed.
Maniac is pushing for the win. It's 4 a.m. in Europe, if not later. He's pushing for the win. That Titan is already at half health now. It's beating Maniac silly, but he doesn't care. He's ready to win. And keep in mind, Maniac is more than capable of taking a risk like this. Twig just came up off respawn, and even if he died, he still has a Phoenix. He still has a tower.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, it's looking good for Maniac right now. I'm curious to see what he's going to buy next. He has sold his Vampiric Shroud to probably finish off Rod to Hootie. And it looks like he's going to start Gem of Isolation.
Yeah, that's what that's looking like. That golden sash.
Yeah. That golden sash will most likely go into Gem of Isolation, making it even harder for CaptainTwig to escape.
Yeah, it's... Going back to your original question about what can CaptainTwig do, can he come back from this? You know, you've asked me that question so many times today, Ghibli, and I've always kind of put up some sort of answer that, you know, if this person does this, and this, potentially yes, they can make some sort of comeback and maybe do something here. But Twig is in such a bad position, and he's been in this position before against Maniac. I hate calling it early, but I don't really know what he can do off the top of my head to come back from this. If he can hold long enough for his Phoenix to respawn, he might be able to do something. But you have to remember, he's got Fire Minions pushing down on his Titan, and he has a Poseidon that's 2 levels above him pushing down on his Titan.
CaptainTwig defending the Titan right here. Do you think Maniac can just like go in and just kill the Titan, or is he going to go for the kill?
That's what everyone's saying in chat. They're saying that he's going to just ulti him. But the safest thing to do would be for Maniac to go in for a kill. But it looks like he's just going to try and poke it in a really cheesy way around this barrier. And there's the Kraken onto the Titan. Oh. And it doesn't do as much damage as they think. There's another answering Kraken. And there's a Whirlpool from CaptainTwig. And now they're fighting over the Titan. Maniac taking quite a bit of poke from the Titan. Is he going to be able to kill it before it kills him? No, but he takes it down anyway. That's GG's to Maniac. And that's the win right there.
Yep, that's the tourney right there. Good job, Maniac from Team BloodyTech.